Hey up everybody, Magpie Gaming here, and in this video we're going to dissect the recent post from Escape From Tarkov's devs, their development plan that they've released. Basically this is a roadmap for everything that's going to be coming out and getting fixed within the game within the next year, and they themselves say at the bottom of it that it's quite a formidable undertaking, but are they trying to take on too much? We will have a look in this video, and at the end of it you can let me know what you think. So this development plan starts off saying that they are going to be looking to fix everything in the game that is currently broken. So they say fixing all possible errors that break the gameplay or game, errors that cause drops in performance, errors that make the game crash, errors that prevent you from playing further, all sorts of inventory and weapon related hang-ups and freezes, other technical errors that rarely occur but don't allow playing either. Say that they want to optimize the netcode. This will stop cases of desync, reduce delays and get rid of disconnects. Part of the works has already been done, significantly reducing delays, but the process is ongoing. We are also working on matchmaker adjustments, increasing its accuracy to ensure the minimum latency for players. Servers will get optimized, more memory, better traffic flow, etc, etc, etc. So for me this is one of the things that really does need to be fixed with this game. The base game itself is very good. I'm enjoying it massively. It's a good concept. I like the maps, I like the way it plays. Yeah, it's not without its issues when it comes to gameplay, but there are a lot of desync issues, there are a lot of server issues, there are a lot of crashes, there are a lot of bugs. And when I read through the rest of this development plan, I kind of get the idea that they're trying to run before they can walk. You have this base game, and yes, it's good, but it doesn't work as well as it should do. And really, I think before trying to add new things and put new game modes in and new quests, etc., new areas to explore, I think they really need to concentrate on fixing and getting right what they've already got. But that is just subjective, that is my opinion. Other people might think differently. Now, one of the things that is really interesting to see is that they do say that they're going to strive to fix the netcode to optimize the game as much as possible. And then it says that they're already beginning preliminary preparations for transition to the new version of Unity, which is Unity 2018. Now, this game is built in the Unity engine, which is an engine that possibly isn't the best choice for a simulated military shooter, especially on this scale. Unity was probably the cheapest option when the guys started to make this game, so that's what they went with. And to be quite honest, they've made Unity look very, very good. I've never seen Unity put out, graphics on the scale that these do. It's very, very lifelike, it's very good looking, and they deserve a medal for the way they have worked Unity. But Unity isn't really set up for an open world environment. But it says that they're working with Unity very closely to help do that transition and hopefully bring a better game. So it could be that once they transition over to Unity 2018, a lot of the issues that we're having right now might already be ironed out and gone. And they say at the end of this little statement, most importantly, I want to emphasise that EFT will continue to go down the hardcore road, with ceaseless improvement of realistic components. In other words, the game will be becoming more realistic and hard. The desired degree of immersion realism will be achieved through introduction of various features to complement the current system. Let's review just some of the features that are on top of the planned list. So we're going to have a look at some of these and see what we're going to be getting as we go along. So they're going to be changing the loading mechanics, and they say time consuming magazine loading. This feature is already being implemented. When in raid, you will not be able to instantly load the magazine and cartridges. Loading every cartridge will take time, and it can only be done in the inventory. Same goes for unloading of ammo from the mag, though time required to unload one cartridge is less than the time required to load it. Later on we will add special animations of loading and unloading ammo. This feature is closely connected to another innovation. The exact values of remaining ammo will be removed from the inventory. You will need to use the option of checking the number of rounds left in the magazine and in its chamber. So that is brutal realism right there. So it's going to be a lot harder to reload your gun. You're going to have to go into your inventory. You're going to have to check what kind of ammo you've got left in the magazine. That in itself is bringing another level of realism to the game. And also, loading and unloading rate will be affected by the health of the character. So if you're bleeding out, you're going to load and unload a lot slower, which again brings more realism to the game. And I think that's just a good level of realism that they're going to add to the game. Looking forward to that. They say that they're already in the middle of implementing that, so we will see that come around very soon, I would have for. Animations for medical supplies, food and other consumables. At the moment you can consume consumables within the game and you can still fire and move. That's now going to be removed from the game, as they say that's absolutely not realistic. So when you med or you consume something, you're not going to be able to do anything else at that time. Next up is another new feature which I think might annoy some people, but I think a lot of people will agree with it, and that is that if you exit a raid and you are not fully healed at the time of exiting it, you won't magically be fully healed when you go back into your character screen. You will have to wait a certain amount of time for your character to heal, or you will have to apply medical care to yourself to bring yourself back up to 100%. Of course that doesn't happen right now. You exit the raid and all of your stats are reset when it comes to health and hydration, things like that. Smoke grenades, they're looking to add smoke grenades to the game. This is something that they're looking at and they're trying their best to get this in as soon as possible, working on the animations and the effects of smoke. I think that'll be a good addition to the game. It definitely brings another level of realism to it. Under barrel grenade launchers, another thing that they've been working on. They said it's been very difficult to work on due to the network logic of using these things within the game, but they said it will be added to the game before long. We're going to be getting troubleshooting, we're going to be getting jamming and misalignment and misfires with the ammo and the guns that we will be using. So maybe at that pivotal moment your gun will jam or it will misfire, which could possibly injure you. So this is something that's going to be added. Also, weapon overheating is another one that could be added to the game, definitely stepping up the realism within this game. You're going to be able to purchase stimulants in addition to medical supply. Obviously, basically steroids that will improve some of your skills within the game, but of course they will have side effects. Scav leaders are to be added to the game. Now I believe that these might already be in the game. I'm not 100% sure, but basically what a scav leader is, or a scav boss, it's going to be a pimped out scav, and he will be flanked by 2 to 3 other scavs. Obviously that makes a team of 4 to 5 scavs to take out. Now I was playing a few days ago and I believe I came across one of these. It was a very pimped out scav. I got some excellent gear and weaponry off him. I had to take out 4 scavs altogether, and yeah, as I say, I think these are already within the game, but this is a good boost for those of you that maybe enter the game with very little. Scavs can sometimes be very easy to take out, so if you're able to take those out, then you could get yourself quite kitted quite quickly within the game. The flea market, which is currently not available to, I think, all players. I don't think it's just those of us that registered later on for the closed beta. I think that is going to be eventually added to the game, so you will be able to sell your own items to other players. So there's a chance there to be able to purchase items for a lot less than what you would pay from the vendors. Voice over IP communication is going to be coming into the game, basically proximity based chat with your friends that are around you. Obviously this will be able to be heard by other people, so I don't think there'll be too many people that take that up. Of course, if you're playing with random people, then that helps because you might not be on their TeamSpeak or their Discord, but I think for the most part people that play this game in groups are now on Discord or TeamSpeak. So but it's a useful addition for people that are, like I say, playing with random people. Dynamic extractions are going to be added to the game, so you will be able to create your own extraction point by using a flare. So if for instance you're unable to get to one of the main extraction points, or that main extraction point vanishes, because I think they're going to be introducing a system whereby the extractions will change as you're walking around the map, you'll be able to fire up a flare and create an extraction point that way. But of course that's going to bring a lot of attention to yourself, so that'll be a good addition to the game, especially if you see a flare up and you can think, well, I'm going to go get some gear off these guys, they've obviously got some, they're waiting to extract. So again, another good element to the game that I think I will enjoy a lot. A bit reminiscent of what you would get in the game The Division, where you would all wait at the extraction point and you could basically do it everybody in and take their gear off them. Going to be creating a feature called the Hideout, and this is basically your own little building that you will be able to manage within the game, and this will be where your character resides while you're not in a raid, and you will have the ability to craft items, homebrew liquor and things that you can sell for money so that you can buy things. Obviously you'll be able to create things that you can add to the flea market, so you're going to be able to create your own little trading post. And then there's going to be Arena, which is going to be a separate game mode. Now there are rumours as to what this will be. Some people say that it will be an open world version of the game, other people say that it's going to be a battle royale style version of the game. Of course, Battle Royale is quite prominent within the gaming world right now and would be something that they could maybe look to cash in on. I'm not too sure. Obviously, every developer's looking at creating a Battle Royale style mode at the moment. They want to cash in on the craze. So that could be the Escape from Tarkov's devs. That could be what Arena is, but up to now there's no word on that. They say that the features and the details of it will come out later. They're also working on a new location. This is Interchange. This is a new location that's going to be added at some point. Of course, this shows up on the map at the moment but isn't playable. And after that, they're going to be looking at Streets of Tarkov. That's another one that they will be looking at creating. This is going to be very much along the lines of Factory. There's going to be a lot of urban close quarters combat in that one. Looking quite forward to that because I do like the close quarters combat. And as I say, this is a very formidable objective that they've set themselves this year. They've got a lot to cram in this year. My personal opinions on it are, as I've said, I think they need to fix the base things first before they start to add new things into the game. Of course, I, as much as anybody else, want to see new locations, want to see new quests, want to see new items added to it. The Hideout sounds something that will be good where you'll be able to homebrew things to sell, but I'd like to see the base game fixed properly first. There is massive desync issues on maps such as Shoreline and Woodlands right now. Shoreline for me is an excellent map, but very much unplayable a lot of the time. The hit registration is very much off, and when you compare this to a map like Customs works, it works very well, the Factory works very well, and I think those are on the scale of map that they should be looking at. I think Shoreline's maybe just too big, in my personal opinion. I think it's just too big to work properly within this engine and with their network infrastructure. I think Customs is the sweet spot with the size of the map and what they're capable of fulfilling, and yeah, I just hope that they do fix the base game, that they do go into it a little bit more, and I hope that they're able to deliver everything that they say they're going to deliver. And yeah, the future's looking bright for this game. I think a lot of people wrote it off at some point. You know, maybe one of these games like Star Citizen where it would never achieve what it wanted to achieve. But I think with this development plan, it's definitely looking like it's going to get there at some point. Whether they can implement all of these things this year, time is going to tell. But I am optimistic for this game, and hopefully they will deliver on at least 50% of what they say they're going to deliver on this year. If they do that, I'll be happy. But fix the base game first, please. That's all I'm saying. And that is pretty much all of the latest news I have for you on Escape from Tarkov. As I say, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this game in the comment section down below. Do you play it? Are you thinking about playing it? Are you a bit on the fence about it? Do you play it and think this roadmap's just too much? Or do you think, they need to add more into the game? Let me know what you think in the comment section. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.